Wait,
Just get the glass.
is that the honey
I
you're
made
using?
extra. No, that's just Bacardi. I didn't use any of the honey. Just grab the glass. This is extra.
Yeah, yeah, Mr. Bane. No, we're talking there.
That's the what do you call it? The hams? Is that what's
Normally we
pronounced?
do the hams, but we
No,
don't have the
some
hams
else.
honey.
Oh,
Or
the
we
honey.
do, but it's not cracked open yet.
Oh, okay.
So I just did Bacardi Gold with some Coke.
I think I want to say. So that who's behind the hams?
No, not me. Oh,
I think I met this guy.
you met the
At-
guy.
What they had in DC?
Oh, you was there?
What's
Yeah,
it
he was
called?
there. He was there. The
The
that's where
conference?
thing,
The
right?
congressional
That's where
caucus. Yeah, I went over there. Yeah, he was there. Yeah,
I was there too. I didn't see. I was there.
you was there?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I was there. What day you was there?
The first day when they had the meet and greet at
Nah. I didn't go to.
Yeah, I only did one day. I came.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rosalind from Heritage
Did a
and
girl?
Hustle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She invited me.
Yeah, that was a good. I seen the video. Good. It was a good event, right?
It was a great event.
Mm-hmm.
Great event.
She's doing a good job. She's moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, you missed the day?
no, I went the second day. I didn't go the first day.
Oh, maybe you missed the first day.
I went the second and third day.
I'm sorry. Welcome back to In the Fries podcast, where culture meets conversation. Today, we're sitting with the visionary himself, Wendell Worjroh. I don't want to say it wrong.
Worjroh, you got it. Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
Wendell Worjroh, the founder of Kru Food and the House of the Kru movement. So is the House of Kru movement a clothing line?
No, it's not. It's funny you said that, but it's a lifestyle brand.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I love the version of House spelled Haus. I think that's so classy.
Thank you.
My name is Smitty Stokes, as always. I have my wonderful co-hosts. I'll let them introduce themselves.
You already know the bill.
But J Biz,
Hey, where the energy?
huh?
J Biz who? The bill who? Like, yay!
The truth, baby.
Not being the truth, right? Yeah.
Well, like I said, we have Wendell here today. He's going to talk about his brand, but I think let's start off with finding out who are you at the core essence.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for you guys having me. I really appreciate it. Who am I? That's a great question. First of all, I want to say Liberian born Peking, right?
Mm.
And then I am a father, a son. I am an uncle, a nephew to others. But more importantly, I look at myself as a creator, a builder, right? An aspiring person for change and impact. But to take it further, and I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm also a broken person that's on my path for healing, right? I found my purpose and I'm definitely been on a healing journey. So all in all, I'm just this one individual, working with a collective, my business partner and others, collaborators to be a change, to starting with where we're from, LIB, to be an impact to our people. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
So how does your roots help shape your journey there where you are? You speak about healing as well. So how does that as well incorporate? I actually want to delve into that.
Yeah. No, great question. I am an advocate of mental health and wellness, right? My roots, how it helped to shape my journey, is really about memory and where I'm from. Looking at the legacy of my grandparents, which is where my brand stimulated from. It really gives me a sense of belonging and being able to tap back into the history, my upbringing, what I've seen, what I've remembered, where my grandfather and my grandparents have laid the foundation. It's where I've really connected to take that to the next level.
You say they laid the foundation. What did they do?
Yeah. Starting with my grandmother, very young, tender age. And we'll take this back to where I guess the African-American, the diaspora, when the slaves moved back home to LIB.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know the story, I would invite you to, do a little research. But my grandmother her grandparents and her parents was part of that transition. And at a very young age, she was the only child. And she was very fortunate to inherit land from her parents rather. And she have hundreds of acres of farmland. She has real estate, right? But so diligently, she was a visionary where, had 100 acres farmland, property, and she had 3 kids with my grandfather. So she laid the foundation. I guess, she knew it was her time. She passed at a very young age, at 26, 27, I was told.
Dang.
But she laid that foundation where she wanted that farmland and this property to be given to her 3 children, and my grandfather was very diligent to take care of that property and really serve the community and be a pillar of that community, and then pass it on to his, the 3 kids, one of which is my dad. So my dad was the second born. I have my aunt, who's the oldest, and then the youngest sister. So that's the foundation that they laid. And just learning the history in regards to how my grandfather was within the community, just being able to nourish the community with like farming and food and taking underserved, people from the farmland to bring into his house, treat them as his own in exchange for schooling, right, and compensation. That really touched me when I heard that story from my great-great aunt. So that foundation, I thought it was important to continue that in the way of the 21st century. So that's the foundation that I speak of when I say they laid the foundation.
So was you born in Liberia, or you born in Liberia, or you was born here?
100%. I guess I got switches my colloqua.
Yeah, because I'm hearing.
But
I'm hearing you saying about the migration of your. So I want us to plant you in that country, right?
Yeah.
Because right now, what we're trying to do is try to figure out how to actually let the people in that space know that they can basically do anything they want to do too. So once you kind of tell us your story, like going from over there, how did you get here, and when you came here, and how long you been here, and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. It's very difficult for me sometimes when I want to switch to the colloqua, but my corporateness, I've been in corporate America for almost 25 years. It just come, natural.
It's okay.
But let me just go back, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of being Liberian. Yeah, you can switch like that.
We multifaceted,
very multifaceted,
right? But going back to your question, born in 1972, I was born in Caldwell, and my mother and my dad. I'm the only child, right? Born to 2 beautiful individuals. I didn't have the privilege of being raised by my mother, right? And it's a backstory, but I'll try to keep it short.
No, don't worry. We're here to talk about it. We're having a conversation.
But
so one year, some of this story.
To understand my story, and I think a lot of Liberians can relate to this story. So my mother come from a very prominent family, and the last name is Boo. So father was a Supreme Court judge and justice. They've been in the space for a long time in LIB. And when I was born out of wedlock. My father, the man was running around.
He was out there doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. And they met. So when they met, whatever happened, that's how I came about, right? But the old man said, her grandfather said, you got to marry my daughter.
A tradition.
That's how it is, right? Then on my grandfather's side, my grandfather was a, strict Kru man, but he believed in education. He believed in, excelling his family. So that was his only male child, right? And he didn't see him getting married at that age.
At that moment,
right?
Yeah.
My dad I think he was around 20, because he's 20 years older than me. So the conversation that they had, it was about, okay, listen, I understand my son created this, but let's make a deal. My son will go to America, let him start his college, and I promise you, after 1 year, he will come back, he will marry your daughter, right? The old man said no. My grandfather, or my mom said no. They got to get married now.
So
They said, man, you know how Liberian people, the man said no, lay law down, said they got to get married now. So, and let me just preface, my dad may see this, but this is a story I heard. Right? So the man said, they got to get married now. So my grandfather, my dad, my pastor said, okay, the man will get married. What the man turned around and did, he snuck the man to America. Right? So he came to America. My mom bore me. My grandfather on my mother's side said, you're not in this house. So she was outcast. Young woman in college, couldn't take care of a baby, right? So she pleaded, and my grandfather on my father's side said, I'll take the child. So I was raised by my grandfather, right? So I'll go back to say I didn't really know my mother, right? And that goes back to the brokenness that I was talking about. Because all through my life, I guarded some of these pains that I didn't even know was inside that I buried. But going back to your question, my grandfather raised me. I was raised by aunts, nothing but females. But at most Liberian story, right? The woman
a lot of Liberian men's stories.
Yeah.
Was raised.
I mean, I'm glad you're able to make this clear, because when you talk about broken, the first thing I think everybody mind went to, probably that woman.
That woman, that woman,
Yeah.
that trauma.
Trauma.
That trauma. And I'm an advocate for people really taking accountability and searching deep in regards to, some of their behaviors and some of the things that you do in life. Where does that stem from?
I was going to ask you, when was the moment, not to say your trigger, because you have lots of triggers that you don't know exist.
100.
When was like the trigger moment for you when you realized this is a trauma?
Yeah. So, wow, that's a great question. Now I'm gonna go back to the woman. So my ex-partner and my girlfriend, she's a brilliant person, man. And she always had mentioned in regards to, you're broken, right? And because we was together for about total like almost 8, 9, 10 years, but she knew me the best. And I refused to take what she was saying to me. And I think it's because sometimes it may be the deliverable.
Yeah, how was she saying it?
Yeah.
And what kind of situation?
Maybe arguments.
Yeah.
It came through, at least the way I received it. Let me just be clear. I'll take accountability. That's one thing I'm learning. Take accountability. The way I received it back then, it came through in a way of pointing fingers and attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now as I'm going and I'm healing, I don't think 80% of it was that. It was I wasn't ready to receive.
To understand what she was trying to say.
Couldn't understand. I couldn't put 1 and 2 together.
You're just hearing it, but you wasn't understanding at that moment. Because
So to go to your question is when 2 years ago, when we decided to go our separate ways, I had to go in solitude. My cousin right there, my business partner, came through, scooped me up, said, listen, man, bring you back to New York. We got to focus on this business. And at that moment, I had to really find myself. And what I was doing is I told myself 100%, this legacy is something I want to take to the next level. So I decided to focus on me and me only and the business, right? I spoke to my 2 boys who are grown right now. They understood, but I really wanted to focus on the business. And I spent a lot of time with myself. So that solitude is when I found myself, because I was going for walks, 5 miles walks every day. And I got into my spirituality and I got into self. So at that moment is when I started to tap in regards to, okay, why did she say what she said? What occurred when she said what she said? What is it that I didn't really align? Then I started thinking about my abandonment issues. I started thinking about my mother not being around. I started thinking about a lot of ways and a lot of women that I had in my life, and the consistency or lack of, and the commonality in regards to how I reacted with certain situation. So I was a guarded, broken individual, not knowing it, because there was a lot of connection in my behavior and how I reacted to certain things. And that's what
I'll relate. I'll say I relate. My biggest thing is you have to show up in my life. The minute you stop showing up, it's kind of like hard for me to keep showing up for other people. And I don't know if that triggered me back to like my own childhood issues with dealing with abandonment.
Yeah.
Love my mom and dad. I'm not saying you guys abandoned me, but we've had our issues once again. So it's like the minute I feel like somebody is about to leave or they need to leave, I'm exiting before I give them the chance to even do all of that.
Isn't that interesting? That's wild, right?
Yeah, I'm just out. I'm like, I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight, because I've seen enough arguing and fighting growing up that it's like I literally just removed myself. But then a year or 2 go by and you're talking to the person and you're like, oh, it was never that serious.
It wasn't that serious, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the part where it's called, you revert back. You start to like think back and really start to make the connection.
Yeah, you're only responding like that to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
It's not like you're doing it intentionally to hurt people. You just want to protect yourself because you're guarded. Protect yourself. Yeah.
You're guarded, right?
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why one of the mission of Kru Food, right? We want to introduce consciousness through business. And this platform that I'm creating, or we've created, is to connect people, but to also have people collaborate in a way where they can share stories like this. Because I may not know this is what you're feeling. You may not know this is what I'm feeling. I may not know that's just what you went through. So we get shy. We don't want to expose ourselves to say, oh, look at it, man. The
Just
man
build
say
up
he
a lot of
broke it.
pressure.
Yeah, the man say he
They say
broke
it's
it. What's wrong with
okay.
it, man?
Like everything is okay, but you're not okay.
You're not okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say you're not okay.
It's okay to say you're not okay 100%. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you got going on here, man. The brand, the packaging, and everything is really amazing. And the storytelling beyond it that even make it even way more extremely beautiful. And I'm glad you was able to discover yourself once again, to be able to fulfill your grandmother legacy and wish. And it's a good thing that your father and his brothers was able to hold on to the property, at least for you guys to be able to tap in now to make this dream into a reality. All right. So, I mean, the Kru sauce.
Yeah.
Tell us what really inspired the name Kru and
man.
the sauce.
Yeah. That's
because when you talk about Kru, everybody knows that we hot.
Yeah.
We spicy.
Spicy.
But for you to come up around and then you was able to change this Kru. The packaging and everything, and the sauce, the butter, everything is just
A1. The packaging is definitely
just amazing.
Thank
Tell
you.
us
what
inspired you the most about it. The name.
Yeah. First of all, the name definitely from my grandfather legacy. He's a Kru man. I'm a Kru man, right?
Okay.
And Kru has a lot of different variations, right? And actually, I can't think of the word, but what does it mean? Is something when a word has double meaning, it could be used in different ways.
Double entendre.
Double entendre. Kru's a double entendre, right?
Okay.
And what I mean by that is it can be used as the native Kru tribe, and it's also can be my collective people, my crew.
Oh, I never thought you'd be
right.
The crew of people.
So anything can be. So using that name Kru, there is a marketing phrase that can be attached to many things. So we wanted to partner with Microsoft. We can say Microsoft Kru. Or we wanted to, whatever the case may be.
Oh, okay. You're
But
marketing yourself.
yeah, but to your point, it came from the legacy of my grandfather and the tribe. The sauce itself is a combination of two things. I want to say three. Let me be clear, because I got to give credit, to my other cousin as well. It's a combination of three things. I went home, I want to say post-COVID, right? And I went home, and I haven't been home in 40 years.
Dang. Why?
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 So you left when you were 10, and then
I left when I was 10. Yeah.
It took you 40 years to go back home.
40 years, right?
Why?
Going back to my trauma. My trauma, right? I go back to trauma and trying to forget where you came from.
You said you were in corporate America for 25 years, so you have to understand not the brainwashing, but the environment that you concealed yourself in wasn't really, you got to think about how times were in the early 2000s. It wasn't a celebrated thing to be African. So if you're successful in the business world, it's very much like, okay, you wear underneath. Yeah, my partner's
100%. It was the mindset. So it was the trauma, right? But I won't go back to your question. I'll tap into what you said. But the mindset of where I was at is I was forgetting where I was from, forgetting my roots. I didn't even hang around Africans or Liberian. Where I come from, I grew up in Left Rack City, Queens.
And we're gonna talk about that one too.
Yeah. Right? So I went home after 40 years. And when I went home, my brother on my mom's side came by, visited me. And then my cousin Aja, who been on this podcast, she been going home occasionally, and she kept pushing me. We need to go home. We have farmland that's been sitting dormant. We got to do something about the Oman left this, da-da-da-da. I said, okay, I will go home. So when I went home, she has a cook. Every time she go home, she had one person that cook for her. So she introduced me to the young lady. She brought me some food. She brought me a big thing of kala and fried pepper and fried fish, right? What the girl brought me was supposed to last me 1 week. I ate that thing in 2 days.
I have the pepper sauce.
The pepper sauce, right? So I ate that pepper sauce. I haven't been home 40 years. So I was reigniting my taste buds with my memory of what that tastes like. Because sometimes when you be back in America, it's not the same.
You had a tolerance.
It's a little bit watered down. So that memory just hit me right away, right? And when I came back to the States, I was like, wow. At the time, me and my ex-girl was living together, and she's vegan. Oh, let me be precise. She's electric. So
What's that?
there's a difference.
What's
They
it
don't even
different?
consider themselves to be vegan.
One can eat fish.
She knows.
The other
She's
one eat
electric
greens,
A pescatarian eat fish.
it's an
Yeah.
upper
It's a next
echelon
level.
vegan.
I mean, like,
meaning that they
organic.
only eat organic food,
Oh, that's
which
just
is
raw
not
vegan.
hybrid, that's grown from the ground.
So
So
literally-
there's no cross pollination. So like she won't even eat broccoli.
Oh,
So
no
how they get
GMO.
that information? They gotta go grow it. She get grow food.
They,
That's
Yeah.
GMO.
they basically have their own farm.
They, like on
like
farm
they
and
rather
own
eat
juice.
their
Like,
own thing from the ground.
my man, I went
Talise,
through
thinks mistakes. She
it.
lives in Kenya and she does that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
went
how was
through
your
it.
weight?
Yeah, no, she's in the fitness.
No, I mean your weight when you're going out with her.
Oh no, it's the same. Now, one thing more. Listen,
But
one thing. One
you
ain't going.
did, yeah, you did what you want to do.
Listen, what's us as men and my
Uh-huh.
cousin, we stay in, I'm 52, but we stay, that's our top, fit.
Right.
But going back to the sauce, how the sauce was created, right?
Yeah.
So when I came home, I wanted to share that with her. And I told her about the story. I tried to make the pepper sauce, but I had to make it in a way where she could eat it.
That she can eat it. Yeah.
So that's where my creativity came into play. I was on the stove, taking chances, removing certain ingredients. So it was all healthy ingredients I had to put in. And then when she tasted, she was like, wow. And that light bulb came. And then I made some for, friends. They started coming through. Wow. It was a hit. But to be exact and to give credit where credit is due, I was working on another business idea at the time. Me and my business partner right there. And what happened when COVID hit, we had to pivot. We had to take a shift. And we was on the phone talking one time, just, brainstorming. And he said, my man, maybe we should do let me be exact. He has a good friend of someone he knows, right? As a matter of fact, he's from the Liberian community, Richulu, right?
Yeah, Rich. Mm-hmm.
And Rich had told him something that stuck with him. And he took that advice and he brought it to my attention. He said, listen, this guy told me that if you want to, get inside business, create a product, put your brand on it, and sky's the limit, right? Put marketing behind it, sky's the limit.
Especially information coming from somebody of
that magnitude,
category,
right?
You definitely got to listen.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Rich.
Very smart man. Yeah,
so
definitely.
We took that. I took that information as we were talking, and then my other cousin, Gaia, who's also LIB, call him Christ. He's from around this. He was running around this area a lot.
Yeah, I know
Price, not Price. Price.
Oh, Christ. Oh, I know God
right?
about Price. Yeah.
So he were always talking about the pepper sauce. Do it, pepper sauce, pepper sauce. But none of us implemented that idea, right? So at that very moment, we decided, I said, you know what? I've been making the pepper sauce since I came home for my lady, and she likes it. It's vegan. It's like, you know what? Let's do it. And I sent it to him. Like, he's also vegan, right? So when he put his stamp on it, that was it. But the challenge that I started to face was, how do you create this product where you can scale? Because when you start talking about making something in your kitchen and then making something for the masses, two different
ball
things.
game.
Two different things. And you have to understand the formulation that goes into that. You have to understand when you're done to scale and keep the consistency, you got to know how to manage that. So it took almost a year for us to get this product to where it's at today. So that's how Kru came along. That's how Sauce came. I know that was a long-winded answer, but that's how it came along.
No,
25 years.
We got to have conversations. So
25 years in the corporate institution, and then automatically, boom, you find yourself being a chemist.
I said it, chemist. Yeah, yeah.
That's the power.
That's the power. Yeah.
That's the power of being a crew right there.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Yeah, just making it happen.
That's definitely fine, man. Yeah, and you was talking earlier, and you said something about it came a time where you wasn't really into like being a part of the Liberian community or just hanging out with them and things like that. Is that from trauma? Because I think a lot of Liberians that are able to leave this our space, it's hard for them to come back. Like, they don't want to deal with the nonsense that come with dealing with our people on a daily basis. But so can you tell us a little bit about that? Why?
Man. That one, let me put my hood on. I hide a little bit. That one, listen, you already, any immigrant, not even Liberian, can relate to this. Coming to this country, we had to hide behind the wall of where we're from. And that's one of the changes that we want to make with this platform that we're building, right? Because it wasn't a powerful thing to say, I'm from Liberia, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from Kenya, right?
It wasn't.
because the old saying, African booty scratcher, my man, this, that, whatever, right? So coming to this country at the age of 10, landing in New York City and Left Rack City was very foreign to me. First, I had to adapt to the community.
That's
I had
city
to adapt.
too. On top of that, it's a little suburbia, but it's city.
City, that's an echelon of city living. So I had to adapt to the way of life very quickly. Life don't wait for you, right? So adapting meaning that I had to pick up different way of moving, slang, talking to fit in, because I was teased. People were saying things, and in order to really be able to navigate through the streets, you had to find a way to fit in. And fitting in means that you had to disguise who you really are, right? You didn't have to, but that was the mindset that was
a chameleon.
That was the safest way
to
navigate.
Because the same way you're able to be in corporate America and speak eloquently is the same way you're able to go out to Queens and be on the streets and be able to talk
100%.
to people. So you should be able to do that, but it's still so much shunned upon too.
100%. But what I've learned today, and that's what we are building this platform to teach the younger generation that's coming after us. What I didn't know, that was my power. Authenticity. This is who I am. And this is what make me different from other people.
Let me stand out from everybody.
You know what I mean? But now you see people running to Africa trying to speak, the LIB, the Nigerian. You see, listen, we got to take advantage of this moment. This is what we're doing today.
Yeah, everybody wants to
speak. But this moment, it's not going to come again.
Just a matter of time.
We have to own it. We definitely have to own it as Africans, because this is our time to be. Because everybody wants to go back to that space, because that space is like a better space. Because that one thing about Africa, like you talking about the farming and all that stuff, right? That's great, because that's where everything comes from. You know what I'm saying? Over there. So we Africans, we feel like we need what they got over here, not knowing we have everything over there that everything they use over here, like the phones, how they get the phones to work, everything comes from over there. That's sore. It's very rich.
100%, my man. You know what our mantra is?
That's the real Garden of Eden right there, because you have everything in it.
Listen, if you go back to biblical time, it's actually named the Garden of Eden, certain part, right? That's what it's called. Yeah, when you start doing research. But going back to what you said, our slogan, our mantra was based on exactly what you just said. And it's Kru. And our mantra is, we are the source. And that's also a double, how you say it? Entendre, right? Because source can mean many things.
Definitely.
But that's the source where things come from, the original. But we use wordplay. We are the source.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I was talking to my pops yesterday, and he was telling me about this guy that's in Liberia that's helping this lady with her farm, and everything is going well. And he's telling me he about to bring the guy. I said, why are you bringing this guy here? Like, if you have somebody over there that has figured how to make things work over there, he said the guy will be coming back and forth. I say, why everybody wants to come to America? Like, if I can go Liberia and figure things out, I'm staying over there.
Please, you go there yesterday, don't come out here.
I'm not, bro. I'm serious. I'm not.
I say you go there yesterday.
My man, but I'll tell you why that is, though, right? And sometimes is our responsibility to teach, because we've been here long, right? Because sometimes when you ask the question why, they don't rationalize with them, because that's what they know, that's the mindset. But it's up to us to teach, and we have to build that community, that framework, and that platform to share knowledge and to share information. Because not a lot of people understand that when we start to build the infrastructure back home, it's a game changer. But this is the reason why. When all the talent, all of the resources is there. But this is why we need platforms like this.
But until then, nobody should ask why Liberians want to leave Liberia and come here. Until that infrastructure and that system is put in place, nobody should sit on the couch and deceive themselves.
No, you understand? But who's going to put it in place? And it's us, right?
Go put it in place.
Yeah, and we all running away, because I don't understand Liberia, right? I be trying to realize this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world, Liberia, in India. What infrastructure is in India, bro? What infrastructure is in all these other countries, these low third world countries like our country? They're in. These people are figuring out, right? These people are literally figuring out how to actually make things work. Like in a country like Liberia, where people can look at me and tell me, say, they haven't ate today.
Bro.
A country where literally the whole entire, anything you plant in the soil comes out. And you telling me you're hungry.
What are you talking about figure out, bro? Do you really look around in America? Half of the population in America are Indians. What are you talking about? The population is just super large.
I think the point that Joel
there are a lot of Indians here.
No, I'm not
the
talking
point
about
that
India. You're not
Joel
understanding what I
making
just
that
said,
in
bro.
a third world country, like we're a third world
India,
country. So in
India.
other third world countries, in a certain sense, they do make it out. They make a way for themselves. You have to look at Indians in a whole. They're doctors. They're all these amazing miraculous things. They come from their country, then come over here and want to pursue with their degree back home.
They learn to go back home.
You don't want to start different argument because you know how many doctors they got.
Listen, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But Liberians are so pressed with the idea of coming to America. America is not the #1 country in the world.
It's not only Liberia, the whole world.
The whole world, yeah.
Yeah, but America's not the number. Listen, as an education major, America is not the #1 country in the world.
Sweetie.
People have this fallacy to believe that America is a better place
but
for them.
I think there's something that we forget.
Sweetie, let's forget about Liberia. Even Canada.
Yeah.
People that live in Canada.
I would go to Canada.
They want to come to America.
No, they don't.
People that live in Europe.
I
What are
have
you
family
talking
that just
about?
ran to Canada. No,
I think there's something we're forgetting.
You know how
that we have to really take notice of. We have to be conscious of, right? And when we talk about the migration mindset, I think there's something that we're forgetting. There's a couple of things. We are a little bit different than any other country, right? In regards to the war that we've been through. I mean, we've been through, our generation, the generation before, been through like trauma. There's a lot of healing that has to happen, right? But also, let's get back to the origin, the people that live in Liberia, who they are, where they come from, and maybe why they want to come back, right? You got to understand, we have the native, and then we have the American Liberians, right? So the natural bloodline, and I'm an energy person, this is the reason why I think this way. The natural mindset of wanting to come back is a spiritual
coming back to your root.
Coming back. They've been here. They was taken from there, going back and forth. It's a thing that is a connection, America and Liberia. And then we also got to go to the political side, how everything was set up, right? So there's a lot, I think, that plays into Liberia have a very unique history. There's a lot that plays into it that I think we have to consider. It's not as easy to understand as other country because there's a lot of complexity within our history and who we are as a people. And that's where it goes, like the whole Kru thing, the whole Liberian bloodline is a very interesting dynamic between America and Liberia. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot to go into it versus just, people from India or Barbados, whatever, because there's a correlation, that back and forthness.
Yeah, I think what I'm just trying to say.
You just mentioned a reason why. You just give a reason why a Liberian should come here. But looking at America, it's not just Liberia, the whole world in general.
Yeah, but
everybody wants to come to the United States.
The current state of America isn't
not just Liberia.
State, though. We gotta be honest of where we
but the whole
in America
conversation right now, Bill, is regardless of everybody come here, we are talking about how to move forward and what's right, right, and wrong and right. This is a conversation, not about. So when you're in a country where everybody wants to leave that space, right? In a beautiful land like Liberia, right? Where everything is there. Everybody want to leave it because they feel over here is better. But then they come here and they realize over here it's not better because you here, and I bet you can't wait to leave America. So let's have a real conversation. You were living in Liberia, right? And I bet you, will you stay here 20 more years and go back to Liberia? You want to go back home. So we always got to be, when we have a conversation, they have real conversation where because people are listening to this podcast. Yeah, people want to go back home.
As soon as they get here,
because here is not what's happening in America. America is not a space for a weak person, and a lot of people in Liberia are really mentally weak people.
Yeah. You have to work 2-3 jobs in this economy.
If you live in Liberia, like I go to Liberia a lot, right?
You see the people that live in Liberia?
A lot of people are mentally weak because somebody that's mentally strong will understand how to navigate through Liberia. With flying colors, bro.
You let joke.
Lighten it up. I want to play a game. Bro, can we play a game? Can we play a game?
The league in our country.
We're not playing a game.
Let me just tell you for free, since you're my brother, if you can survive in Liberia, you can survive any part of the world.
Look at this guy.
Don't never sit on this couch.
You can survive in America.
Don't never sit on a couch and ever make mistake.
My brother, where you can beg anybody for my man, you talking.
Never make mistake in your life and think that the opportunity that's in America, Liberia, even get 1% of it.
No.
If you sit out to yourself, you a dead dreamer, bro.
My man, I didn't say that about opportunity. I said mentally, mind weak.
Talking about mentally, bro.
Do you know what I mean about that, my
the only way you won't be able to navigate in America if you don't want to work.
But what's navigation to you?
You can be in Liberia.
What's navigation?
You definitely want to work, but you don't have the opportunity given to you. Like you don't have the job.
The conversation is that you're not understanding what I'm saying, right? But listen to me. Navigation, right? To me, is different from just having a job, right?
Yeah.
Me, I haven't had a job in America since 2014. So when I'm speaking,
that should be the main reason.
No,
that should be the main reason why when you go back to Liberia right now, this time around, stay at least a year there.
My brother,
navigate it at least 1 year, 6 months, or 2 years.
You saying to me, navigation to you is having a job, right? To me, I've had a job since 2014. So you tell me.
Yeah, but you
so we
have
different conversations then.
Base, you have figured out your way out
because
how to manage yourself without doing a 9 to 5.
I think we got
which is understandable.
Come on. We got
anyway.
Can we play a game? I want to play a game.
No.
So me,
I want to play a game.
Me and this man always go back and forth because
listen, man.
Yeah, because when we have a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Is that he know what we sitting talking about about what's going, because he feel like we're attacking people in Liberia. We're not attacking people
it's not about attacking, bro. You listen, you never live in Liberia. You just go in Liberia for 1 month. Or you go there with money in your pocket, or you pass around, you chill, and then you come right back when your money finish. Go in Liberia, live for the listen. Go in Liberia, live for the people. Be able to navigate.
100%. I agree. 100%.
When you adapt with the people, then when you come back,
100%.
They did. God bless you. You will send ship in our country to put 100%. Everybody inside and bring it here, bro.
So
then they come and make life go back.
When I go to Liberia, you know what I do when I go to Liberia? I be with the people. I don't just go to have a good time now, bro.
Yo, come on. I want to play a game. I came up with a game. I really want to play this game.
Yeah, before you play a game, right?
No, it's no more before. We just let y'all go for 10 minutes. It's no more before.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Play the
you
game.
know how you be like, they'll do like Louis or Gucci, Versace or this, and then you'll say Gucci, and then I'll go Gucci versus that. So we're going to do it with soups, right?
Okay. I never played that game, but I'm with you.
Tub of ghee or palm butter?
Oh, wow. Palm butter.
Palm butter or pepper soup?
Palm butter.
Palm butter or palawa sauce?
Palawa sauce.
All right.
What?
Palawa sauce or kidney beans?
Ooh.
Come pick kidney beans, my man.
I knew we didn't pick kidney beans.
That one, I like both, but...
You gotta pick one. Kidney beans or palawa?
That with rice or that with fufu or that with...
I eat...
Oh, yeah, you can't do kidney beans.
Seafood kidney beans. With the crowd,
palawa sauce.
Palawa sauce. What's another soup? Palawa sauce, or we said tub of ghee already, right? We said palm butter. We said pepper soup.
Cassava leaf.
Cassava leaf.
Cassava leaf.
Cassava leaf. And then what's the other greens?
Yeah, what?
Cassava leaf.
Cassava leaf, or what's the other green that starts with a C? It's not cassava leaf. No, not cabbage.
No, that.
Collard greens?
Collard greens.
Yeah.
Cassava leaf or collard greens?
Wendell name?
Cassava leaf.
All right.
Of course.
I guess because cassava leaf wins.
Cassava
leaf versus pepper soup.
Cassava leaf. Cassava leaf is my top.
Cassava leaf?
Wow. Out of everything, that's your top.
That's my top.
So say your top three. What's your top three?
Cassava leaf, okra sauce.
I don't like okra.
Okra sauce.
I
And
like
then
fine.
palawa sauce.
Potato greens is not in your top three?
I'm a greens person.
Potato greens is not there?
Potato greens, I like potato greens, but you know what turned me on potato greens?
What?
It depends on who making it.
The greens, right?
You know, sometimes people make potato green as sand.
I think cassava leaf.
I feel like cassava leaf gives that.
I think cassava leaf is like, cassava leaf is
what
like,
you're saying,
depending on who making
always
it.
Sweet for me, especially if it's in red oil. We're good. We're great.
Potato greens is kind of like, it give me like that spinach kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of a little softer, but like cassava leaf, it's like broccoli. Like it's tough.
Cassava leaf, hands down, man. I can eat cassava leaf.
For me, palm butter.
Yeah, palm butter.
From January to December.
Yeah?
All day long.
Oh, okay.
You ate it with fufu. You made fun of me last time I ate it with fufu.
Palm butter's mad oily.
Give it to me with even gari.
You like gari?
I mean, give me palm butter, even gari.
Yeah.
I go chest up.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Give me palm butter, everything, even bread. I love palm butter. I mean, I just love palm butter. So back to the Kru sauce, right? And, looking at Kru people from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Liberia, Ivory Coast as well.
Portuguese. You find Kru people. You find Kru people in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, my man. They even have a Kru town thing in Ireland.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I started doing my research about Kru, I was so amazed how different places they had touched and left their mark. Because I trademarked the word Kru. So
that's psychotic. I'm sorry.
That was business smart for me. So I trademarked the word Kru. So when I was going through and I was just finding where Kru, have their mark, Japan, right? They have brands in Kru.
I mean, obviously they would travel because they understood the sea.
They have liquor called Kru. So Ireland was one of the places I found, and I started doing research. But one of the findings was the Kru people, the maritime people, so they were always on ship
on the sea, yeah.
And they stayed and, started a family in certain places. The Kru people in Jamaica. So the Kru people has been migrating for a long, long time. And
so the Kru people from Liberia in these different spaces, basically.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, my man. And when you go back, I think there was like 3 founding tribes, and Kru was like one of them. The Kru,
the Gola,
right? Yeah. The Kru were the ones who met with the slaves that returned, ex-slaves from America to Liberia, and they actually was resistant in regards to them coming over there. And there was a war getting ready to initiate, and the American government had to step in to help. And then after a while, the chief, they negotiated, and they were able to be civilized. But the Kru has long-standing history, man. Long-standing history.
But that story, that Liberian and the people that came from America to settle in Liberia, that's a wild story. Like that what happened after, and like that's what got us to this war.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about this war, and I feel like we Liberians are now holding ourselves accountable for how we got there.
Yeah.
And we literally sit down and we are blaming everything that's happening after this war on why we're where we are today, not knowing we play a part in that situation.
So tell me more about that. What's your thoughts on that?
So basically my thoughts on that, right? So basically a group of people came to a space, right? Start to develop this space, right? And the local people like, oh, we want our place back, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And literally lined their people in there up, shot them in front of people. And then the local people took the country where the president,
mm-hmm.
the man who wasn't educated, took the country. And literally that's when all the stealing started happening. That's when Chatero organized him. Chatero win. Chatero became enemy.
I will stop you right there, my man. It's deeper than that. So we gotta get to the core of the story.
I always go to the root.
The core of this is all of America. I mean, Liberia was America designed.
Yes, definitely.
When
beautiful.
you start to go through the whole, right?
It was beautiful, right?
And America designed Liberia in the sense of almost like reparation. When the slave, they say, okay, we're going to take this family, this group of family, and send them over there in this country to have stake within LIB. Mm-hmm. Based on my research that I've done, right?
The Freeman?
And and there's a lot of I think it was like 7 or 10 families that they put in there.
Curly, Rhonda.
Yeah, all of them,
All the streets in Monrovia names after them.
So Liberia was prospering, and Liberia was into such a great prosperity state that it was helping other countries be more civilized and gain the independence, the only independent African country at the time. I don't know, I didn't want to say it was Tubman, I think the second president, right, started to change course in regards to how the American government wanted Liberia to be structured. Started to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Wanted to offer like free education and, started changing course. They didn't like that. They didn't like that. Just like anything else, they set it up to get rid of him.
They
conspired with the sergeant, though.
So they used the Liberian people.
They used the military, right?
They always use the military.
And that happened, right? And he was supposed to be, quote unquote, a puppet for the American government. But he got in play. It wasn't that. Then what happened? You remember where Charles Taylor came from? Charles Taylor came from America.
No. But the story behind doing Charles Taylor, let's get to that story.
Yeah.
Two of them was working in the same space.
No,
my man.
No. Hold on. The story. Yeah. Charles Taylor was procurement officer for Dole.
No, Charles Taylor was in America.
No, he wasn't. Before he came to America, he was working in Dole government as a procurement officer, and he stole almost like $1 million.
Okay,
and that's how he fled Liberia.
No, but you're saying he fled, but he was in America.
Yeah, I'm saying let's not skip that part.
Okay,
so they had beef before he came back.
Yeah, Tiller was in Liberia working for Dole as a procurement officer.
Yes.
So one thing we have to understand, like I just said, as Liberians, even if the American, that is story to say, the American people when they use doing to overtake the people that was in power that actually had that country in a way where it was the model that we all are proud of.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberia, what we talk about, old Liberia was Liberia back in the day. The people that were putting that situation together, right? And then though comes in place, right? They start doing a Liberian thing where they start stealing. The corruption right now that's happening. What's happening over there.
But I want to say there was emotional ties prior to that, though. Yeah, we have to agree, because you have to think, even when what we consider the people to be the Congo people that was in charge, right? That was doing what they do. Even if it was a great situation, the treatment mirror where you see in America the house slave versus the field slave, right? Where the ones who were prospering and doing what they were doing, there was still the treatment of the native was a little bit different. So they play on that emotion, right? And that's how, because when Dole came into play, what was his whole point? What was the whole point when he took over?
To give Liberia, to get Liberia back.
No, but for what his reason to me was, he felt like the native people didn't have, so he wanted to get the native people access, right? And that was kind of like how he used, because remember, a lot of that, when we look at the war as a whole, a lot of that killing was divided. It was like, if you're not this tribe, chopping your head off, or whatever the case may be, it was going on for a while because there was this fight. But my point is, and I don't want to get too political, it was orchestrated for power.
It was orchestrated
for killing the Kru people.
So orchestrated by who? By the
yeah, my man. CIA.
My man,
just like you see any place else.
My man, I meant to go do their own operation because it was beneficial to them. Bro.
My man.
I think the point that he's
trying to make.
Hold on.
We gotta look at the roots. That's how I always say.
The point he's making is the white man sent the black man back to Africa to destroy the black country. That was all it was.
No. Before they tried to the story here, right? Where they said tried to escape from prison in America. They sent him back over there.
We all know he didn't escape.
My man, Tiller already had a problem with Dole already.
No, but
they never told us about that part.
Okay, he was used as a pawn.
Yeah, because he already had an issue. He and the man already had an issue.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but you
know about that part of the story
that you just told me.
Oh yeah.
But my point is that he was used as a pawn. I think that's a point we got to drive at. He was whether he had an issue, he didn't have an issue. That's a great way to say, okay, this is the best person for me to send over there to do what we need to be done. So at the root of it is that, and I think now where we at is, this is the beautiful thing. We have platforms like that, right? We have to start telling our story, because the stories are endless. But when we tell the story, we have to understand why we're telling the story. What's the end goal, right? It's not to debate or go back and forth. It's to create a pathway for, what's the word I'm looking for healing, for coming together, for, okay, what's the agenda that we're setting? And we want to make sure that we're not dividing each other, because we're all from the same place. And how can we come together to uplift and empower the people?
But the whole story,
for me, right? My
thing. The whole story, he talking about, Josh Dilla fled working for Dole. And
he became an officer.
Bro.
In Dole government.
When you talking about the firing, you talking about Dole put the people up on the firing squad, right?
Yeah.
No.
So who put them there?
That story ain't fact.
So who put them there?
Oh, that story ain't what?
So who put them there?
It was Dole who did that.
That's what I just said. Dole put the people on the fire. I said Dole. I said Tiller.
But Tiller wasn't in America.
I said Tiller was. I said Tiller was in Liberia. Tiller was working for Dole government.
That's what I'm saying.
After this thing happened, that's when Dole got into power, and Tiller was working in Dole government as a became officer, right? And Tiller was able to embezzle. Harry stole $1 million plus from Dole. That's when Dole was trying to kill him. That's when he fled Liberia. But what I'm trying to say, right, my thing with me and my Liberian people, right, is I want people to start holding themselves accountable. Accountability is one of our main problems within our society as Liberians, right?
100% agree.
We don't want to be like, okay, I did this, right?
Yeah.
It's my fault, right?
Yeah.
How can we all be able to do things better if we are never, nobody want to hold us
you're
accountable.
100% correct, because accountability is the start to a healing process. It's the pathway to heal, right? Taking accountability.
What part did you play?
And one of the reasons I'll go back, because I was in America, in Liberia when the dole took over.
Oh, you was there?
Oh yeah, my
So
man.
just
The soldiers came to our, listen, I'm writing a memoir, as a matter of fact. But to your point, I remember they had to pass Caldwell to go to Torba House, right? And the shooting and the gunfire, being a young kid at that time, and my grandfather telling us to get in the house. And he get put on his army uniform. My grandmother like, Bobby, where you going?
Yeah, but was in the army too?
He must have been. I didn't know. But I said,
Found out that day.
yeah, but I saw him he got his gap, put it in. I'm looking like looks, little young. But to my point is that we were all in the house, and I remember soldiers going around knocking on the door,
just collecting names,
you know what I'm saying?
stripping people off. Yeah.
But that type of, again, when we talk about trauma, that stayed with me, not understanding what's really going on. But then seeing on TV, what you just said, the firing squad on the beach, seeing that in live, right? That traumatized me. And then taking that a step further, understanding when I actually went back home after 40 years and sitting with my mother, because my mother couldn't look me in the eye and have a conversation with me. I don't know if it was guilt or whatever it is that it was, right? But I've came to a place where I'm like, I forgive you for whatever it is. I don't know. But the story that I heard, my man, it didn't bring tears to my eyes. During the war, and it was in the door, it was I think it was a Prince Johnson situation. But my mom she was part of a situation where that's when they were going around killing certain people from certain tribe. They came to their house, and my brothers and them told me the story. They had to climb in a tree to hide.
They were killing the crew.
Right?
Crew in the crown. Yeah.
The crown, yeah. And they collected my mom and a whole bunch of other people, and her, it was a sister, her cousin, one of them, but butt naked woman, put them on the street, asked them what tribe you from, and chopping them one by one. And when it got to, I think her cousin, whoever got killed, but when it got to her, she said, I don't. It got that. I gotta tell you, then I don't know what. I don't know what. I think my mom, Pella. I don't know the tribe my mom. Right. That's to give you how deep that I don't really know. Right. But my point is that when they got to my mom, the woman crying, trembling, begging. It just so happened that one of the guys, the soldier who was top that was with them, happened to know her husband at the time, ex-husband, and whatever tribe he was the tribe that he was. So he said, "I know this woman."
Because
and that saved her life.
And that man became an angel.
Saved her life. But to the point I'm trying to make is that, can you imagine the trauma that lady had to live with, right? And then I asked myself, who am I to be upset or mad because she didn't take care of me? This lady, I don't, what she had to live with. I just gave her grace.
Oh, that's my favorite word.
I gave her grace.
You ever give yourself grace?
And I gotta give myself grace.
Yeah, you can
to
give
be
everyone
able
else
to move
grace.
forward, knowing that history about, and that's just a little bit of what I heard, right? Knowing that history. But I always say, I go back to, I'm an energy person. And when I went home for the first time, 40 years again, right? Never been home. The hotel that I stayed at was, oh God, what's the name of the hotel? Casa. What is it?
Bella Casa?
No, not that one. It's up on Mama Point. It'll come to me. But the hotel that I stayed at, because I was trying to pick a hotel that had a strong internet.
Mama Kip?
Kip Hotel. I was trying to pick a hotel that had a strong internet connection, because, I was still communicating back and forth and I was still doing work. So I was talking to my brother at the time back home. He said, my man, stay at the Royal
Grand.
And I'm doing research online. Then I saw the Kip came up. I did some research. I said, nah, I like this one better. My energy was just drawn to it. And I picked the Cape. So when I got there, my brother came to visit me. And we was talking. He said, my man, I told you to stay at the Royal Hotel. What made you pick this? I said, nah, I like this hotel. And it's right off the beach. The internet connection was good. And as we was talking, he said, you want to know the history about this hotel? I said, no. He said, this used to be the old whatever hospital. It should be a hospital. But he told me during the war, they had to seek refuge in that building. My mom took him, my sister, and everybody to seek refuge in that building. And he said he can remember. He said every time he come here, it give him like a chill feeling. And then the man turned around and said to me, "But you know you were born in this hospital."
Dang.
I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, there used to be a hospital. You was born in this hospital. It's where mom gave birth to you." And right away, I felt like a energy shift, like just hit me. So imagine, and you know, they say sometimes when you find your purpose and you start to get into your spirituality and you get more conscious, you start to feel things. You just have to understand that connection and believe and understand, right? But when I felt that, out of all the different hotels that we're looking at, where he recommended for me to go, I chose that place. So after 40 years leaving this country, I came back to the place that gave me birth. That was so interesting to me. And that's where started my spiritual journey, for me to really feel that my ancestors are speaking to me. Because a lot of everything you see on that bottle came to me through a download, dream. My business partner would tell you, I used to call him, but like, "Yo, bro, I had a dream, da 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 da. I should turn this mass into a pepper," and I visualize it. So things started coming to me in a way where
visualize it. Your ancestors gave it to
they
you.
gave it to me, and I received it. Thank
Your
you.
brother, is your business partner, is he also tap into that same spirituality?
Absolutely.
So you guys kind of just connect.
Yeah, we have conversations, you know what I mean? And so my point is that I was guided to this place. And when I think about, Liberia as a whole, when I think about all of the trauma, I think about what we've been through as a people. And that's one of the reasons why this platform is being created. I want to be able to create a platform that bring people together, to build communities, people that are creators, because we're naturally creative human beings, right? Africans as a whole, to really bring creators together, to really bring conscious explorers together, and to bring people who are talented, to empower them to be able to share resources and to be able to connect, right? And that's why I came up with this House of Kru app, which is getting ready to be released in the new year.
You got an app coming up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Man, from taste to tech. That's how I look at it.
So I'm talking about you got a background in tech?
25 years.
So you basically going back to where you came from.
I'm merging the two together.
So you came to the entrepreneur space. Now you're going back. You double back into where you came from.
So I'm using that as a platform to be able to leverage the two, right? Because sometimes when you think about food is a place where it starts a connection, a conversation.
Definitely.
It brings people together.
Definitely.
That's where you find your calm. People say you want to have a meeting. Let's have dinner. So food is that gateway, and then technology is that platform to be able to connect people. And then lastly, I would say something else that while I was running from, I didn't realize. My middle name is Tokba as a Kru name. I knew this all my life, but I never acknowledged my middle name. I always said Wendell T. Worjroh. I just kept it T. And when people would ask me what the T stand for, I would say Tobias.
Tobias.
Because Tobias was more acceptable to the American people that knew, right?
It sounds a little African.
And it's so strange. I mean, I tell you, man, the trauma, right? I wasn't embracing my Tokba name, right? Until recently, and I did an article on LinkedIn. I posted it. But as I started to get into my spiritual journey and my healing path, I started doing research on Tokba. You know what Tokba means? It means to connect people, bring people together. And I started connecting my calling. That's what my calling is. But shout out to Tobias, because when I started doing research on Tobias, a chef named Tobias out of Maryland. Great brother, man. And his story is amazing as well.
Definitely. I think a couple of months ago, is that the chef that somebody
shot 11 times, my brother? Not a couple of months. I think it happened a long time ago.
I think
it happened a long time ago.
How long ago was that?
Long time ago.
What?
I used to be an ex-football player.
Like a couple of years ago?
I'm a Leo. August 8th.
I love fire. I like fire.
I know, yeah.
Liberian chef.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, people like that, Chef Tobias, we are in conversation with Chef Pierre Tahim. He also has a food company called Yole Foods with this supper club experience.
Where's he? Is he in
he's from Singalese, older brother, but he's out of New York.
Okay.
He has a product called Funio. You should check it out if you guys into eating healthy. But we're working with him. I'm getting ready to start the supper club series, and basically what it is to bring chefs together and to open a platform with private dining. You can only have access to it through our membership application platform. Once you get an invite, it is going to be a curated 5-course or 6-course dinner experience that's going to tell our stories, but it's also going to empower individuals to be able to share information, right? And to bring partnerships together, such as, different brands together to empower the underserved community from LIB.
Where?
Atlanta's going to be the start.
Oh, Atlanta's going to be
So
the start.
you guys gonna have a set venue, or you guys gonna be moving from space to space? What is it?
Yeah, great question. So the initial approach is we was looking to work with the Hyatt Hotel. There's a restaurant down there and they have a rooftop, but they just got acquired by the Marriott. So it's to have a set venue that to create a partnership with that venue. So I'm in talks with a couple other venues right now, but we do plan to, after maybe a month or two, we want to follow like the FIFA journey and then take it into Maryland, into major cities as they move around. We want to move around with the FIFA.
Before we let you go, I want to ask you, what advice would you give any dream chaser like yourself?
Wow, great question, man.
The 20-year-old you.
The 20-year-old
What would you tell the 20-year-old you?
Yeah, I think I touched on this earlier, is to go back to owning your authenticity, right? Knowing your power. And your power is who you are and where you're from and what makes you you. I think going back is what really set me back. Is I was running away from who I am, right? And now that I'm coming back and embracing who I am, I'm starting to see doors open up. I'm starting to make the connection. And when you make that connection, own it. You know what I'm saying? Unapologetically, own it and trust the process as you're building. Start to be creative. Build relationships. And as you're building relationships, understand that, there are going to be differences, right? But once you understand who you truly are and start to tap into that download in regards to the message that's being sent to you, really build upon that. And when I say build upon that, meaning that create a platform, an ecosystem of like-minded individuals and really tap into that and start to really have conversation. One thing I've never been an advocate of, and sometimes people tell me, I've never been an advocate of, if I'm thinking about something or I want to do something, sharing information. People are like, yo, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I've never been that person. And, right, wrong, or indifferent.
That's good.
I always believe in sharing conversation, information. And what I'm starting to realize now, because I know who I am, is starting to open doors for me versus, it's a blocker. Because even if I share information with you, you want to take it, you could take it.
But you're not gonna do it like,
if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. You're not gonna do it how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and for me, I want to ask you this question, right? Like, because you're an older guy who has been through.
Hey, my man, not that old.
No, not that old, my man. But you get a couple of years. You understand? Because, what's your definition of happiness? Because I think that's what a lot of people are having issues navigating. A lot of young people are having issues navigating through life because it's an emotion, right? And the thing about emotions, it's like this. You understand? So, can you help us define, what's your definition of happiness?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question, man. Happiness to me, honestly, is the small wins that I create, right? And having an impact. When I see the small wins and my impact, whether it's be on the job from a corporate side, giving a younger individual like myself some advice in regards to how to navigate a challenge or a problem, that small win makes me happy. Understanding that my kids now, who are 28 and 27, are in a great space. That makes me happy.
You got 2 boys?
I have 2 boys. 2 kings, man, doing wonderful. One lives in California and the other is in Atlanta. He went to California for business, but they're both in Atlanta.
So me, I just had my first son, right?
Congratulations, man.
And thank you so much. And since I had my son, me wanting to be a part of his life or just be a part of him, has been something I don't understand how some other papene can just not want to I don't I be trying to understand that part
yeah.
I feel that's your
happiness is what makes you happy.
Huh?
Happiness is what makes you happy.
Yeah.
So you definitely for happiness with your boy.
Yeah, I don't understand because that's an amazing thing to be able to kind of help somebody move them through life.
Yeah, but sometimes
another man, basically.
Yeah, and then when you love the mother too, all that plays a role. In
loving the child.
Yeah, yeah. When you love the individual, hell yeah.
Man.
So what can we find the sauce?
Yeah. Kru sauce is on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, we have it. Also, we have KruFood.com. We have our own website. We have in some local markets, but not here, in Atlanta and New York. But definitely to find it wherever you at, go to Amazon or KruFood.com.
What's that little spot in Little
do you have
Five, the little health food spot? Y'all in there?
Oh, Seminanda?
Yeah,
No,
y'all
we're
in
not in
there?
Seminanda.
Do you have some in Liberia right now?
Huh?
Do you have some in Liberia right now?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, man. Listen, so again, going back to my strategy and really building a team. Bucky is one of our ambassador.
That's major. Big
Bucky
up to
has
Bucky.
his team, and they got a store out there, convenience store. So
Oh, yeah,
we have
Bucky
it
has
over
no
there.
store. Yeah, he got a store.
We also have it at Club Maserado restaurant,
Major.
one of the popping restaurant out there. My guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to connect me with his sister at the Royal Grand. We're going to place it in the shop over there. There's a lot of places that want it. However,
All the
it's just
places
the
that you call
shipment.
it.
I remember tell Maserado, let's do something. Let's do
All the places that you call it.
let's do a cruise sauce. Let's do a cruise sauce.
Oh, wait, I want to hear it, man. That's also what?
That's also high profile area there.
Oh, but I made a hot profile
that's
sauce.
smart,
What you
that's
talking
When
about?
I say that made it stuff for the locals do? For
Yeah,
the local
for everybody. If you can tell me where to put it, I'll put it there.
What's the price
Okay.
point? Price point.
$12.
$12.
Yeah.
The local people, I mean,
Oh,
might,
no.
Of course.
might have to scale this a little
Oh, but
bit
where
down.
Bucky have it, that whole hot profile?
Oh no, $12.
Nah, Bucky space is not
A convenience store.
$12
Like
is a
bodega.
little stretch.
Huh? It's a little stretch?
Yeah, for back
no
home.
stretch.
Oh, no. Listen, when I send it back home, I don't put can sell it for whatever they want to sell it for.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's good. That's really,
Really,
good.
back home,
Just to put
I don't even put a price. Back home is a promotion.
Okay.
Is really to get the people to really identify when we have a product on the global market or going to the global market, and they want to sell it for what they sell it for. I just promote it back home. Yeah, I will never sell it for 12. I won't even sell it. We don't even sell it back home.
That's good.
It's a promotion.
That's really good. Yeah. So
And I work on my guy. What's his name over at? They call him. Hey man, their place Prosecco. Oh God, I can't remember. But anyway,
Recycle.
he has a cafe. It'll come to me. At that old age, I come.
you got it. So you got it in Liberia. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's
You took it
amazing
back
that
to
you
the source.
took it back
But
there.
one good thing about this, calories 0. Like it just it's like it's
And
good
the
for
sodium percent is kind of low on the
It's
2%
really-
sodium, so that means
it's
there's
really-
no salt in it at all. It's just a
I'll
little
tell you
bit.
3 things
you. Really good for
in
you.
there, right? You got low sodium, right? No additives, and all organic spices and herbs.
Everything
So that's what it
natural.
consists of, right?
Natural.
You need to call that lady and go
Natural.
give her her percentage. She the one who done inspired
Yeah,
you.
I think you definitely need to.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Yo,
Go give her
if
her
she
percentage.
watches this interview, she coming for you.
Let come back. You hear what it said?
No, I'm saying I think when she watched the interview, she
Yeah,
coming
she
for
could-
you.
Yeah,
I think you got a lawsuit
give-
pending.
I give.
You got a lawsuit pending,
listen, listen. I give.
She'll always be
all-
part of the brand.
She'll always be part of the brand.
Always part of the
right?
brand.
She inspired me, and
Because
that's
she's in
what I'm
his
saying.
heart.
She inspired me to do what I'm
The
doing.
man said the money ain't hot. Don't start no
Yeah.
problem, man. New dream. You got a guy and stuff, bro.
To be in someone's heart, she plays a major role.
You made that a
So
new- you made
he
that
will
his new juice.
he will
You're gonna
always
stop
he will always
talking
keep her in
about
his
it,
No,
heart.
my Mel. I listen. I'm married to the
Oh, you
brand.
married to the game,
Married
man.
to
That's
the
what I'm
brand.
You're the
talking
one
Married
about.
to
that
the
makes
brand.
everything better. That's why you have the brand. So
100%,
respectfully,
100%. I
you
give
need to
her
go find
props.
your wife.
I give her props always.
Yeah.
And I
You see
never
what
take
happens
away
when a
from her.
woman walks in?
You was diving into the ingredients that you
Yeah,
that
so I
make
was
up the
saying, what I
sauce,
was
yeah.
saying is that's what really differentiates us from other products on the market, because we're in the hot sauce space, but we're not a hot sauce product, right? And I say that to say that our sauce is multifaceted, multi-purpose. It's used to, you can cook with it, you can use it as a marinade, you can use it for many different things. And when you look at, how we typically cook, right? And not just Liberians, but Africans as a whole. And I want to take it even a step further. Just African Caribbeans or just people who really know how to cook,
I
right?
don't like hot sauce.
So which
everything
African
say
country
that.
you think that knows how to cook the best food?
No.
To move forward.
My man, Liberia, hands down. What are you
Liberia got the
talking?
best food.
So
We
you
got the
think
best
Liberia
food
cooks
in
better
the world,
than
man.
every other African country?
I know Liberia cooks better.
So Liberia
And
better than
I can tell you
Nigeria
the
and
reason
Ghana?
why. Yes.
Okay.
Somehow this is gonna get split.
Yes.
cut.
However, let me say this.
Okay.
I like Ghanaian food.
You have to be very,
Ghanaian's
very, you
next
have to be
door.
very, very political.
I like Nigerian food,
Yeah.
right? I like Asian food, right? But when you ask me that question, and I would expect anybody from any country to say that country, right? It's what I grew up on.
Okay.
It's what I know best.
Very-
What
Those
nourished
other
me.
countries
But
don't
I
think
think-
that us as a
How
little
can I
country
sit
should
here
ever
and
promote
say
ourselves?
Nigerian food is better than
Very
what I
smart
grew up
man.
on?
All right.
Very smart,
But to
man.
be very honest with you, right? when I started eating in different African countries, right, I used to think that Liberia had the best cuisine.
Okay.
But then later on, I realized that we actually overcook our food.
Okay.
So our food are not properly cooked because
what are you talking
because
about,
when you
bro?
overcook the food,
Hey, man, you going somewhere?
because when you overcook the food,
Yeah.
you diffuse the nutritional purpose
Okay.
of what the food needs to do to the body. Like you kills everything from it, all the nutrients.
100% agree.
We overcook potato greens.
Yeah, 100%
I
agree.
like my stuff slow cooked.
Like when you're eating potato greens from other African countries like Nigeria, you feel like you're actually eating vegetable.
100% agree.
The soup tastes different.
100% agree.
It's way more better, low water leaving it.
Yeah.
But our people cook potato greens for over 2 hours, 30 minutes.
100%
They
agree.
boil it. And
add water and
at the end of the day,
see the battle.
We're killing the nutrients.
at the end of the day,
Nutrition,
you're just eating food.
Yeah.
And you're not eating any nutrients.
So let me ask
because greens, because greens automatically, bro, I'm a chef, you're not. So I'm discussing food.
Oh, you're a chef?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
So
man, why you telling me things at the end of the show?
So greens supposed to be cooked approximately between 15 to 25 minutes, 30 minutes a max.
100% agree. Let me say this. I thank you for saying that. Your palate is a little bit more eloquent, right?
Yeah.
But I say this, you didn't ask me which food I think is the healthiest. You said what you said, what food you think tastes better, right? I was giving you that.
Okay, you're right.
Now, healthy, 100% agree. And that's the reason why we make our product, but we make our product. Because we are health conscious. You 100% agree. So even when you go to the Asians, right?
Yeah, the Asians have the healthiest food to me.
Asians
honestly.
don't eat at the Asian market. They eat different.
No, Asians don't because Asians food compact with sugar and salt.
Yeah.
But Asians eat
the way they cook
food.
The way they cook for themselves is different.
Yeah.
Versus the way they cook for the public.
For the Black American.
Different. Totally different.
Okay.
Yeah, totally different.
So you can cook your greens with 25 minutes for you to eat it, and you make it healthy for yourself. That doesn't mean all our brand food, we have the best food in the world. So you can feel like we don't.
I have a question.
I feel like we do.
So you're a chef by trade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What chef you go to?
Oh.
Chef by trade.
Can't lie.
The man lying. Why is the man lying?
Let me throw you in the couch, yo.
And the man you're chefing is hard.
What chef could you go to? Chef by trade.
He asked me a very simple question, so let me answer him.
He said by trade.
So people that know me, right, knows I'm a chef. But I've always wanted to be a millionaire before I let the world know my skills. Because I want to prep, because I want to be a self-made millionaire before I can launch and let the world know. Brother, hold on.
So what school you go to?
Everybody that I've had the opportunity to interact with me one-on-one, that have done with me one-on-one, knows that cooking is my passion.
I love it, man.
Hey, you understand?
Bro, but that doesn't make you a chef.
Passion. What?
That doesn't make you a chef. You have to go to school. In order to be a chef, you got to go to school to be a chef.
So should I show you a certificate?
Yes.
If I do.
You're not a chef. You love to cook. You love to cook.
So if I do show you a certificate, what will you do? Apologize?
I'll say I'm sorry.
All right, good. So get back to your question, right? So that's exactly why. That's exactly why I haven't come out, and let the talent out to the world, because everybody that we and I have talked about it, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be a millionaire first, and then
you want to be a chef after.
Yes.
He's not a chef yet.
Congratulations, my man.
He's not a chef yet. You see what he just said? He's not a chef yet.
No, I'm not.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of In the Fries, where we keep it hot and spicy.
The guy,
yeah. Thank you. Listen.
No, please, before you go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that hoodie.
Your merch is
that
beautiful.
Hoodie, that hoodie and the hat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, tell us about your merch.
Yeah.
I love
so our merch, as I mentioned to you, we're a lifestyle brand, right? And the way that we come to market is really to create this cool product, but also this cool lifestyle. So when you look at, like a sweater like this that I'm wearing, shout out to In the Studio, who's one of our partners in regards to how we brand ourselves. We like to work with creative people, and that's what this platform is about, right?
Yeah.
You look at the hat that I'm wearing. We're very intentional in regards to what our brand is saying in the world. So we bring it all into a full circle, from our merch, from, how we move in the streets, from the partnership that we connect with, right? So there is a very intentionality in regards to our go-to-market strategy and how we present ourselves. So you have brands out there, or individuals, for example, that constantly will go to what we consider to be the higher echelon of the Louis, the this, that, whatever. we believe in our brand. And I said, I want to push this Kru brand to a whole nother level. So I'm building this path and trailblazing a path where we feel proud about the brand. We feel proud about our creativity. We feel proud about us as a people. But when we say Kru, it's not necessarily Kru as in tribe. It's the continent, who we are. We are the source. So being the source, we want to represent it in different ways, whether it be, our tote bag, whether it be our hoodie, whether it be our merch, our hat. We have other products coming to the line as well. I have formulation for a specialty coffee that's coming to the line, some mushroom coffee. We also have water that we bring into the market.
You're not joking.
We also have a health and beauty brand that we bring into the market. We have a naked a cocoa butter made for men that's all natural, and it's called Naked, spelled N-K, and possibly K-E-D by Kru. But those three things, the forefront to really bring Kru to the global market and showcase the creativity that we have to offer, especially starting with Liberia. And all of the products that I just named has a Liberian connection, meaning that I wasn't aware until I started doing my research as far as coffee. We have our own coffee bean. I didn't know about that.
We definitely do.
Right? So I utilize that coffee bean into the formulation for my coffee product, right? Our cocoa butter, the cocoa butter that I'm using within our beauty product is coming from back home. Right. Our spices, because we have a spice line as well formulated. I'm going to bring in once this, start to take off, rub and marinate. So there's also kitchenware that we bring in. So Kru's, like I said, Kru's a lifestyle brand. It's not just sauce. The sauce is the entry level to the global market.
To say hello, I'm here.
We're not going anywhere.
To say hello, I'm here. No, for me, like I like that because like I went to this concert. This concert on Saturday, yeah, this kid called Worjroh, the country singer, the Liberian beginning, that's out here selling venues out. It's a Live Nation venue sold out in Philly, right? And during his set, right, he told a story about the Civil War and all these different things before he performed his country songs. So I like to see us being able to push the culture through different ways.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't got to be speaking colloquial, or you got to be straight raw or this and that in order for us to clap for you when you're out here, you waving a flag in a different form. So yeah, big up to you, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah.
Like I said, that merch tough. Like the hat, everything. Like it's a good conversation, man.
Like
and a lot of information.
Exactly know what you're doing, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
The merch is beautiful.
Man.
The packaging, the pepper sauce, it's excellent. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. And I look forward to hearing from you, Chef. I want to see what you put together in the kitchen with that.
No, the man
So the thing about it, right?
My man can't kill the man.
No, I didn't say he couldn't be a chef.
Listen,
but I don't want to say the man I go to school to be chef.
Bro,
we just sitting out the man.
Bro, you sound very funny to think that you need to go to school before you.
But my man,
you a chef, bro.
I go to school to be
Thank you,
called
sis.
chef.
I really
Don't do that to
appreciate you.
yourself, bro.
In America, I go to school to be called chef.
Cooking is a gift.
My brother, you're
Cooking is a gift, my boy. So don't make that mistake that you're making right now.
Into this new complex, it's like beautifully set up, and like it has a nice little kitchen.
Yeah,
and I've been thinking about doing something called like something sweet, like suya with smitten or something.
Please,
like that.
Yeah, listen.
Yes, I would
give us a little content.
Yeah, I
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I got you.
And that's what I want from Liberian people. And just to wrap it up real quick, I think one of the things that even with what you guys got going on, I'm so happy. To share this your platform, but I think that's what we've been missing, right? Is really being able to support each other.
Yeah,
and I think that's what we're creating today. You're doing something, I'm going to support you. I'm doing something, let's support each other. But once we start to bridge that gap, we're going to see the power of what we're doing. But just not LIB, just African as a continent. And that's like I said before, this is our time, and we can't miss this window.
No, so, definitely. We're here with you.
So you can see, guys. Yes. So you say you can find this one more time on Amazon, right?
Amazon.com, KruFood.com.
Okay.
We are the sauce.
That's it. Yes, the sauce right here. Spicy Kru. Packaging is beautiful.
Take your choice.
And it's not even super hot. It's matte.
Right there in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's white one. Oh, I like the red one. I want the red one.
Make sure you get you one of this, because I'm taking this to my house. I'm gonna put it in my food.
Thanksgiving's coming, my man.
Yes,
what are you making for Thanksgiving?
I'm not making anything. I'm gonna just sit back at that table.
Oh, who you spending?
Oh, you know what?
With?
I take it back. Listen, at the crib, I'm the chef.
Yeah.
So my business partner's vegan, and he only trusts me to hook it up for him. So I got to make a dish or two.
That's big.
I got to make a dish or two for
for me, I like to see guys come together, bro.
Yeah.
And actually, a relationship is based off of you guys moving forward. Now you're just being like, be able to talk and waste one another time. So I like to see this.
Yeah, appreciate
it's very
that.
vibrant. I like to see this.
Appreciate you.
There's a magic in here. There's a healing potion. It's a little magic in here.
Cut.
Yeah, we're cut.
Thank you, my brother. That's great,
man.
man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, sis.
Yeah, I don't like hot sauce, but I like pepper sauce.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
when you said that, I was like, yeah, thank you.
Man, this is
Taste it?
I bet this isn't it.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
You call me chef.
Bro, you did good.
What's chef? Because say to my chef.